Hi, it's Elizabeth with Crafty CreeAtions. Hello, hello. How are you? Come on in. Let me find us here. Oops. How is everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. There we are. Found me. Let me see that. Righty. How is everyone? Come on in. Hello, hello. Happy Friday to all of you. Glad you can join me. Hi. Hi, Anna. How are you? Come on in, friends. How is everybody? Hope you guys are doing awesome on this beautiful Friday. I just got off watching Lori in the Can-Am group. I planned to go on 12 MDT time for me, but it didn't happen because Lori was on, so I figured I should wait for her and then I can come on. So how are you? Okay, so if you don't mind sprinkling, like launching my arrow, so more people can come on in and join us, because we're going to be doing something fun again on the Unique in the Creek small board. The reason why I always use small boards is because they're cost friendly for me. I think they're not that expensive. You can use less supplies on it. That's why that's really my go-to board for my flower wreaths, because we'll be doing sort of a snowflake themed flower today, a red and white, right? I did get this last year. I think it was last year. I checked Unique in the Creek, and they do have these in white and black. It's black right in between those where the red is. They don't have the blue or the red, but the black would look elegant too. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Just say hello as you come in, and I'll say hi back. And if I miss your comments or your questions, I usually go back and watch the replay to answer and say hello back. All right, so I'll put the camera down and we'll get started. So I was up late last night, right, trying to figure out this little snowflake. How should I try to design around this, right? Try to mimic what it looks like with the red and the white. I am using poly burlap because I do have red horizontal white strip, but I don't have the white, so I didn't want to use another type of white. So let's get started. So first of all, I'd like to show you how I attach my little cable mount, and in the back I only need one, right? Again, these cable mounts are from Unique in the Creek, so I do take off the backing. I never show you how I do this, but this is how. So I'm just gonna put that right in the middle of the snowflake. It sticks really well, but to help it out a bit, I'm gonna add a little bit of glue around it. And my glue gun is at low temp, so it won't melt the snowflake. So that'll adhere in there really well. Leave that to dry, and we'll add a little pipe cleaner once we want to attach the snowflake onto the board. Okay, so again, if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask me, and if you don't mind launching my arrow so more people can join us. Okay, let me grab. So these are all the petals that we'll be using on this little snowflake type of flower here. So again, you see red and white snowflakes out there. I never see that, but this is I thought this would be a fun way to use this little attachment. Okay, so I am doing adding the zip ties on. I thought I'd show you rather than load the board up so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I am gonna load the zip ties on the second row on every set of holes. So there are 8 on 8 set of holes on row 2. So the ones closer together is where I'm adding the zip tie. So again, if you wanna, hi Ruth, how are you? Hello Diana, how are you all? Thanks for joining. And there was somebody that asked me last night, yesterday on the live, and I missed that question. And there was 3 poinsettia wreaths in the back, right, hanging in the background. And the lady asked me, why all the different type of petals? Please explain, she said. And I did return the, I wonder if she got it. Oh my gosh, these flies are too many this year. I'm not sure why. Okay. All right. So the reason why I made all those different types of poinsettias is I wanted to get a feel of which kind of petal I like for poinsettia. So that's why I made all those different types and how many petals I needed per small board. Okay, so this is what we're folding right here. We need 8 of these, and I only left one 10 by 10 cut. This is wood burn, by the way, to show you how I folded it. What is this petal called? I forgot. Oh my gosh, I should have checked it first. I forgot. So, but it is a fold, and you fold it like this, right? I always find the middle. This is how I find my middle. Make a crease, so there's the middle. So I won't overfold, right? And I grab this and just over the line a little bit. Make sure this one up here is pointy. I forgot what this petal is called. I think it's the starflower petal or something. Cape petal or something. So again, I folded it that way. And here's how I measure mine. So I'm gonna put it on the 15-inch mark. This is important because you want all your petals to be consistent, right? So I've added a little zip tie right on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right on the 6-inch mark. This is 6 inches, so that's where I added the little zip tie. Okay, I can't get my words out. Let's hold that there for a bit. Okay. So there are lots of different petals today. So you can mix and match. This is a lesson where you can say mix and match your mix up all your different petals that are out there, and this is how sort of like a little you can do that sort of tutorial. So I add the zip tie right on the 6 inches. This is 6 inches. So I zip it up. And that's gonna be our petal. Cut that a little bit up, tail off, because it'll get bulky in there, so I don't want that much bulk. So on row 2, this is all we're gonna put in there for row 2. So you need 8 of these star flower petals, I believe they're called. I'm not sure. Should have checked first before I came on. So I'm just going to go ahead and zip that in there. First time watching from Tyler, Texas. Well, welcome there, Carol. Glad you can join me. I'm Elizabeth. Crafty Miss Creations. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask me. If I know the answers, I'll answer it for you. If I don't, I'll point you to the direction of where you can find your answer. So everybody in here is pretty much happy and, you know, beautiful souls up in here. No drama in my page. I don't allow it. So you're welcome. Thanks for joining. So let's add those petals in there, making sure my little zip tie is in there again. Oh, and there was one other lady that asked me, I keep losing that question, that comment when I went and watched the replay. Where did you get those zip ties? These are 4-inch zip ties, by the way. I'm trying to put them to good use. I ordered these on Amazon by mistake. I was going to order the 6-inch ones, and I guess I hit the wrong button and ordered these. It was quite a while back. They came in a bag of 1,000 on Amazon. And I thought I'd use them up this way, because this way your petal will stay in there, right? It won't come out, because that little zip tie that's in there will hold it. Will keep it from slipping out. So again, I'm putting this starflower petal on the folded side down, in case you don't see that. So 4 different type of petals here today. So it'll be fun. So I'm just making sure those tips are just, you know, trying to mimic that little tip that's up there in the snowflake. I'm trying to be... Hi, Deborah. How are you? I love the UITC boards too. They're my favorite. Especially the small board. Because the small board, you do things quickly and you use less supplies and they're just perfect. And even though you think that it's going to make a small wreath, this one right here is already from tip to tip, it's already 20 inches wide. So it's already big. Actually, no. Just over 20 inches wide already. So just the perfect size for if you want to sip a wreath in a 20 by 20 by 4, I believe. Perfect size for me, because my sipping over here is just outrageous. It's just too much, and I try to use less supplies and make smaller wreaths. But I do make big wreaths as well. Okay, so all that is added in there. Isn't that cool? It's already pretty. And let me add zip ties and show you where I'm adding it. The huge gaps that I'm doing all the holes for row 3. I forgot I was doing all the holes. So all the holes. So the fast way you can add your zip ties is maybe grab like a ribbon or something and just put it right there and just add your zip ties from behind. Like so. So that's faster way you can do that. And they'll fit. Actually, they'll fit. Yeah, I'll do the small holes first. Make sure your zip ties are, your flat side is facing your tail when you put them in. This way they won't be backwards. Alrighty. Okay. That's how you can do that, but I'll do it this way. I'm fast like this too. I think. Oh, we sing. Hello, Deborah. Thanks for sprinkling, Pat. Hi. Hi, Dan. How are you? Thanks for coming in, friends. Happy Friday to all of you. Just came off watching Lori on the Can-Am group. She was on there for almost a couple hours. She made a really awesome clown. Clown wreaths are always popular every year, I think. So we're adding the zip ties on every hole, every set hole and set of holes, because I'll show you in a minute why. It's gonna look good, I think. I hope it's gonna look good. I was testing it out first this morning before I added a few petals, you know, just one side, and I thought it looked good. So I think it's gonna look good. All right, so I won't zip up the, so that's how I loaded the board, just every hole, right? And now, let me show you my, and let me show you these petals, because these petals will be alternating on row 3. So first, let me show you this one. That's the Liz petal, it's called now. They did, my friends did name it on the Can-Am VIP. So I came up with this, you know, to mimic my, you know, native beadwork. They go around and around when I do beading. This is why I did this. So made this, and everybody calls it the Liz petal now. So you can do 2 loops or 3 or 4. They all look good like that. So this is how you fold it. Just a loop. So it does have a name now. I didn't name it. I wouldn't name it my name. I was gonna call it the loops petal. So that's how you fold that one. So I only left one to show you how to fold it. So this is the only one I'll show you for today. So I did fold all the others. So again, I'm trying to be precise with my uniform, with my petals. So how I did that is I'm gonna put this on the 10-inch mark. And where I put the zip tie is on the 15.5-inch mark. That's where I put the zip tie. The, I'll use this one, okay? So 10, this is how I try to, you know, be precise with my petals, just because I don't want one to be longer than the other once I add them in the, what you gonna call it, the board, because it saves you a whole lot of time when I go and check my, hang up my wreath for pictures. I see all of them are almost precise, so almost perfect. So it pays off if you do this beforehand when you measure them out. So you don't have to go, you know, go back and pull out the little, pull them out a little bit or stuff them in there a little bit. So it pays off. So that's how that is. I hope I explained things right here. So again, I'm going to cut the tail off about that much. And I'll add those right where the big gap holes are. This one. So all these, I should have zipped them up. So how is everyone? Is everybody doing okay? Nice to see you all again. Thanks for joining, everyone. I'm so happy you can make it. Oh, that one is backwards. That one zip in real good. See, I didn't, I wasn't paying attention. I was probably babbling away. All the others are good. Okay, so zip, 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 here and there. Okay, so I'll just leave those. All right, so I'm just adding these petals where the big gaps are. So you need 8. And what right where the smaller set of holes are, this is where I'm adding this, and I'm alternating it all the way around. Okay, so we'll add these ones in there first. So again, I'm making sure my little zip tie is inside the zip tie, just because it won't slip out. So when I go to add my petals, right? I just added that one, and then I'll show you. When I add this one now, what I make sure is when I pull the zip tie closed, you hold your petal right there. Keep it from sliding this way, because once you zip it up and it goes sliding on that side, it doesn't look good. And so what I try to make sure is all you can do is just maneuver it back like that, right in the middle. But what I make sure is I make sure I hold my petal, the tail part, when I zip it up, so it won't go sliding back and forth like that. It'll stay right where it is. Okay? Little tip there. Great to see you all too. So again, the big gap holes is where I'm putting the little Liz petal on. Okay. So in between these, we're going to be adding that. It's going to look good. Ooh. Secondly, amazing. Okay, so let's add this one in there now. We'll do how many more we need. Oh, that one's backwards again. What did I do there? Oh my gosh. I was just trying to show you how you can load your zip ties in the back, and here they are. They're all backwards. Oh my, what a teacher. Okay, let's add that in there. Making sure it's right there. Hold it there. You can hold it there or you can hold it there. Doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't go sliding back and forth. So you're good. You're good. Okay. Next one. I hope this is gonna look good. Like in my head, it'll look good. Oh, turn it around because it's on backwards. Okay, so what I meant by backwards is you can see the folds down here. I put it down like that, and I'm not supposed to. This is the good part that I want to see facing up. My bad. Whoops, a little lesson there. Okay, a few more. All these zip ties, I shouldn't have added all of them right away. They're mixing me up. I cut off the tail part of that one zip tie there. So hold it and zip it up. That one's messed up. Okay, two more of these, and I'll show you the next petal fold that I plan to add in between the Liz petals there. So the last one. Excuse me, I just had a little late lunch. Okay. Ooh, cut that off. Cut that off. All right, so let me show you how I folded these petals. So this is one 10 by 10 in red and one 10 by 10 in white. Let me show you what I mean by that. So you grab a red one and a white one and put it flat like that. This is wood burn, by the way. And I line it on the 18, the tip over here, and this one on the 18 as well. And I grab my rotary cutter, make sure it's on, and I just cut it right along the line. So you make two. Same thing with this way. 18 and 18, line it up, hold it, and cut it right along the line. You make, oops, that didn't cut very well. Now this bottom part is gonna fray. This is why, again, you need a little zip ties for that, or elastic bands. Put so it won't fray up. Okay, so I'll grab this. This makes 2 petals, by the way. So I'll put this one right there, and I'll line it up just about 1/2 inch down, like that, and this way. Ready? And on this side, 1/2 inch. So this is where you get that little shape right in between there. You can look at it, put this right over half, right? This is half, just over a little bit. And you grab this one, this end, and you do the same. Okay, you get that. And I fold it over again, and I fold it over. And this is where you put these together, like that. And you get that cute little cone, double cone petal, I believe it's called. So again, this is where I measure mine, so I'll know where I'm putting the zip tie to get that uniform look. And this is where I'll pin it, just above the mark. So this is where I'll put the zip tie, the little zip tie. Just be precise. Yeah, isn't that cool? Hi, Linda. Glad to see you all too. Love your designs and how you explain every step. Yeah, I try to. I get that from the mentors. The ladies from the Can-Am group were Lori, Michelle, and Dre, and as well as others. Okay, so I'm just making sure here. Okay, so again, it'll save you time in the long after you take pictures. When you look at your, look at all of this. If you measure all this out now, it'll save you time when you take pictures. That's how I find. Take pictures and everything's all, you know, almost perfect. Save you a lot of time, and you'll be happy with it, with your end product, because you won't have to change it out or, you know, take off the zip tie. So again, just about 1/2 inch down with this red on top of the white. And I'm just gonna fold it over, just over that imaginary line right there, just a little bit over, not too much. And the same thing with this one, just overlapping a little bit, okay? And fold it towards the middle. And again, you fold this towards the middle, okay? And you flip these up together, okay? And that's the cone petal for you. Okay, make sure making sure my petals are just right. just about right. Okay, grab my 4-inch zip tie from Amazon, which I ordered by accident. Okay. Yeah, isn't it cool? 10, 10. I need to put this up a little bit more. There we go. Perfect, almost. So that's the cone petal. So let's add those in the little snowflake looking. Again, making sure the zip tie is inside of the zip tie. Pull that to a close, holding this so it won't, you know, turn this way or that way. So it'll just lay right. This is the one that I accidentally cut off the tail part. Right? This is gonna look so pretty. I was looking at uniqueandthecreek.com website today, checking to see if they have the snowflake is in there. They do have it in black. They have it in black and white, but they don't have it in red and white or blue and white. They did have some, but there's nothing there, so I'm just gonna order a few more because I like how this looks, how it lays. Isn't that pretty? I like it. So all of the 4 different types of petals we're using on this board today. So don't be afraid to mix and match your petals. You know what? That's not what I was gonna do. Mistake, rewind. I was gonna alternate these. See, let me do that. I was gonna put this and then this in between. I forgot. So now I need to show you how I folded this one first. So, my mistake. I was probably half asleep this morning when I made these petals. And decided on which layout I wanted on the board. Okay, again, 10 by 10 wood poly burlap. Turn it into a diamond, and I grab this and put it over here, you know. Flatten it down. Sorry, you all. That was a little mistake there. Okay, and this, I grab this and put it over here. I don't know why this isn't perfect size, but I must have made a mistake. You get that's the star check petal. So now, this is where it gets a little tricky. So I make sure this is pointy. Make sure these are lined up over here. That's important. And I do it like this. You know, slide it together. Okay. And I put this inside in there. And I grab this and put it against it like that. So that's the Star Trek petal. So here now I'll pin it because we need to make the red one for the middle part. So I do the same thing, 10 by 10. I'll put this corner down to the corner, flatten this out, and put these tips together. Make sure they're lined up over here. Again, make sure these tips are, you know, pointy. And this is where I put my middle finger and my thumb, and and I push them together, and I push this down, okay, and I grab this and put them together. Put it together. And I push it down like that. Put it. And this is where I add the red one. See? Just over, just half an inch down like that again. So I'll put them together, fold them, mold them, and, you know, make sure they're how you like them. And this is where we measure again. So let's look at this right here. This one, I'll put it on the 10-inch mark. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. I put the zip tie on the 5-inch mark. That's where I'll add the zip tie again with this one. So I better try to make all my petals precise, because there is someone that always checks out my petals in wreath critique. Okay, so okay, right here is where I need to add the zip tie. I'll grab a bigger one, because this is a lot that's in there now. The 4-inch one will be too small. Oh, some of these zip ties you can pull them closed with your fingers. You'll need your needle nose for that. So then double checking. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so and then we'll cut the tail off, this part here, because we don't need that much bulk in the wreath. Okay, I'm getting sweaty here. Okay, let's alternate them. This doesn't usually take this much time for me to make one of these, but I'm explaining everything to you because I need you all to understand what all goes into trying to make everything perfect and explaining things the way I want to. Okay, so I hope you all are enjoying this. I know it's a little early for a snowflake. It's not even fall. It's always nice to start a little early with your designs, just so people know what all you have on hand for sale. Okay. Okay, just zipping those up now and there. It goes quickly here. See how pretty they all look now? Again, this the reason why I designed mine like this is because I'm trying to the North American indigenous peoples design their beadwork like this, with the loops and the little, the leaves, and it's all so beautiful. And that's why I always use this type of designs on my wreaths. And plus it's fun to mix and match your petals this way as well, so they all look pretty. I lost this one here. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, ooh, that's nice. This one's a little off. Okay, let me cut those tails off, and I'll show you the next step for the wreath. when I was, you know, playing around with this before I come and showed you all, when I was playing around, I held up the snowflake right up in there, right? You can see zip ties, or you can see the board. It doesn't cover the board or the zip ties as well as I wanted them to. But the next step, the next thing I wanted to do was, let me add the pipe cleaner in here first. I grabbed two 10 by 10 wood burned poly burlap, right? Check for the top. The top is up here. And I grabbed two of these. This is how I cover the board a little bit here. So I'll add the zip tie on the fourth hole, set of holes, fourth row set of holes, two of them, top and bottom. Okay, I'll leave it open. Don't need this one now. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna fold this over half, and I'm just gonna ruffle it up down here. Okay, that's gonna cover the zip ties, and that's gonna cover the board. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut that off a little bit because we don't need a whole lot in there, bulk in there. This is what I usually do with my signs when I need them to be lifted up a little bit. You'll see why here. I'm not gonna use red because white will cover it up nicely, cover the zip ties up nicely, and what do you call it? Because the snowflake is white too. To put it how I want it. Hi Teresa, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, wasn't gold and what color? Gold and black maybe? No. Silver and gold. Look awesome in this design. Ooh. So again, I'm just cutting off about an inch of the tail because we don't need this piece to be, you know, too long or too bulky, right? Because we need those two holes for when I attach the snowflake. I could have added this kind right on the fourth row there too. I tried that, but the snowflake didn't sit right. That's why I didn't add anything in the middle there. This is the next best thing I think that can be done. Or the sign, the 8-inch sign would lay perfectly in this style as well. Just perfect. But this is not, it's not round. It's just, you know, there's gaps in between, as you can see. And I thought, so this is where I try to cover the zip ties, which can be done, okay, like that. And let's add in the whatchamacallit, the snowflake. Find the holes in the middle. The holes in the middle. The holes in the middle. I was watching classic cartoons on Facebook today. They were, you know, all Donald Duck and all that. Because you're never too old to watch those cartoons. I love them. Yeah, I was asking my husband if they have any on what's we call it on Disney Plus, and he said no. Oh, that's funny. There we go. Is that pretty? So pretty. Different. On the large board, you probably get away with adding this kind of petals all the way around like that. But again, I don't usually use you know, those large boards. I do have lots. Maybe I'll try it sometime to see how these lay here. So these are just right, just perfect, just hiding the... Yes, it works. So let's look for the hanging zip ties. Okay, get in there. Oh, but you're backwards. Alrighty, there we go. I like it. How do you like that? It's awesome. Let's put the camera up and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, lift you guys up. Hi. Whew, that was very sweaty. Just kidding. There we go. There's the snowflake. I see there's some of these loops aren't exactly how I want them to be, but isn't that cool? I'm so excited. Something to help you with creating. Get your creative juices going for winter. Is it pretty, pretty, pretty? I like it. I wish they'd be more like this, but maybe I'll figure it out sometime. This kind, I like this look here. So it mimics the ones that are up in there. Maybe if we make a whole thing of a flower wreath like this, using this petal. Oh, that'd be gorgeous. Okay. All right, thank you all. You love it. Awesome. I'll show you something I made yesterday. I made 2 wreaths yesterday with 1 roll of mesh, 1 2.5 inch ribbon, and 1 1.5 inch ribbon. Same attachment. This one, it's made on the ring board. Okay, this attachment came from Sandy's Wreath Attachments. I ordered 2, so I can have 1, the other one for a friend. And this one, same material used, different ribbon for the bow, because I'd never have enough for a bow. Okay, so that's made on the small board. I'll show you sometime in the future how I did that. Okay, so 1 roll of mesh is all I used, and I did have like about some left over for if you want to use it on a rail board as well. So yeah, you could probably do 3 projects for a roll of mesh. That was what I was trying to do, to save on material, like less is more sort of thing. So that was fun. So that's something I will need to come on and show you sometime in the future. Yeah, so that's what we made today. Isn't that cool? So thank you all for enjoying what I made. Thank you all for saying it's pretty, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and you guys have a blessed Friday. Have a great weekend. If I don't come on, I'll come on next week sometime. All right, guys, stay safe and be blessed, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.